A lot of talk about this potential shutdown, and joining us in the studio this afternoon to talk more about the potential of a government shutdown is economic expert and professor emeritus of business administration, Peter Shaw. So, Peter, thank you as always for coming in. I think the first question everyone's thinking about is, how will this affect me? How will this affect the average American?
Well, there's the ones who are working for the government, if they go through the shutdown, clearly they're going to be directly affected. And I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on the Republican leadership, especially Speaker of the House, because you don't want to be known as the Grinch that stole Christmas paychecks.
Right.
And so hopefully they'll have this resolved today, if not, make it a short shutdown. But if you're affected, or you think you're going to be affected, one of the smartest things you can do is contact your creditors to tell them, hey, I'm being affected by the shutdown. They will work with you because they understand.
Right.
And I'm sure all the financial institutions have been put on alert. Obviously, if you're in the middle of buying Christmas gifts or just bought them and you're expecting the pay period to help relieve you from paying off that stuff, this is going to have a direct effect.
Yeah, this could be devastating. Yeah.
Absolutely. And you don't know how long it's going to last.
Right.
So you have to go into a real shutdown mode as a consumer and try to preserve as much as you can and go from there.
So one thing that people have been talking about is the debt ceiling. So what is that, and can we get rid of it or pause it? How does that work?
Well, the debt ceiling is the amount that the government has been given they can borrow up to. Tentatively, it has been scheduled to be elevated next June. What in this recent legislation that failed last night, that got slipped in, was that it would be deferred for 2 years, giving the President of the United States basically unlimited amount of debt to rack up. Some have estimated up to $5 trillion in 18 months.
Wow.
That is terrible, absolutely terrible. The debt ceiling is there for a reason, and it's a function of Congress to elevate it or to move it.
So when we're talking about this debt ceiling, has this ever come up before? You know, I feel like we've gotten close to a shutdown before. How often does this kind of thing really happen?
Well, it's been happening more.
Right.
More in the last 8 years. It's more frequent, and it's almost like business as usual. I can remember in decades ago where you never saw this.
Right.
Never saw this.
So another thing is, it's holiday travel. We've got TSA agents. They are federal workers. Some people have asked, what does this mean if I go to the airport and there's a government shutdown?
Well, as we were talking about earlier, the TSA is security of the airport. So they have to be there. So they may be there without getting paid,
right?
Which is not going to be fun for them, but they will be there, so I would not worry about that.
All right, Peter, thank you as always for giving your insight on this. We so appreciate you breaking it down for us. Sure.